Hello everyone and welcome back to your QuickBooks tutorial on a real company data. There are a lot of tutorials on QuickBooks, but our tutorials we made on the real company data. You will see the data of the real business, the company managed in a QuickBook. So if you are aware of my this courses serial, I have completed a course on recording the data of fast food subway restaurant, how we collected the data of the restaurant, how we keep the data in an Excel sheet, and then how step by step we took the data to QuickBook. And in this tutorial, I'm working on a QuickBook 2015, which is a desktop version, and we are working on this for the time being. In this tutorial and on the coming tutorial, I would like to discuss the business of fisheries. Now, before we go to start recording the data and to scroll the data and in QuickBook, I would like to give a brief introduction of fishery business. How is fishery business different from the other everyday businesses? And the other everyday common businesses, one owner or partners are the directors of the business, or they are the owner of the business, and they do the business, they sell the commodities, they sell the merchandise, they pay the bills, and after a particular time they create a profit and loss, and whatever the profit and whatever the loss of the particular business period is all going to the owners, or the partners. So in the fishery business it's not like this. In the fishery business the profit do going to the owner. In the fishery business there is obvious from the name of the business, it is the business which is conducting in the sea, a business which is conducted in the sea, in the ocean. So surely a boat is needed. A boat is the first asset. Fish hunting boat, we'll call it after this, a fish hunting boat. So one rich man or a person who arrange loan, and he or she, owner of the boat, make a boat, and then he hired the fish catching team, the captain, the other people who will throw the net in the sea, and then they will pull the net back in order to bring the catch to the fish catching boat, fish hunting boat. So this is become the owner and the crew. So the business all over the world, the fishery business is conducting that the owner of the boat and the crew is partner. Every time when a boat goes into the sea, into the ocean, and after 15 days, after 20 days they come back, they bring a catch with them, and they sell the catch in the fisheries, and then unnecessary working is done on the spot. Whatever profit which is assigned on the arrival day, on the second day, that profit is divided by 2. One share of the profit is going to the owner, and one share is distributed among all the crew. So then the crew and the captain, they take it according to their way, how whatever way they are agreed when they were going on the boat. So to start the fish hunting boat, the boat actually needed some very some supplies which is very necessary and urgent for the business of fishery. So when a crew of 20 people or 25 people going in the boat in the sea, so they surely need food, and the fish hunting boat need fuel, and they are most of the time running mostly they are running on diesel. Diesel is, I guess you can say, it's a fuel. So uh, the food, the fuel, and the ice. The ice, which is kept in the storeroom of the fish hunting boat, and since that the crew is scheduled to stay in sea for 15 or 20 days, maybe 25 days. So from first day they are keeping their stock in the ice, that the fish may not get spoiled, and the fish may not get waste. So the ice is necessary. So these three expenses, apart from this there are expenses, for example some other spares and tools, and obviously they need a net, and they need a generator for lighting, and for the other purpose they need some spare batteries with them. So all these things counted, and of course these all will be a book is an expense, is a cost of the catch. So I hope you guys now understand the fishery business. After when the bring the fish bring the catch, so the cost is deducted from the catch, from the amount of catch, and whatever the profit which is balanced is divided by 2. So every time they do not bring the profit, sometime, and you can say often, I have seen and observed often that they come back after 20 25 days, and find out that they are in loss. So whenever they are in loss, the crew people are actually not rich people, they are workers. So when the trip goes in loss, then the loss is kept aside, and next time when they go to catch, then that loss is charged to the catch. So slowly and gradually, when if they are lucky, so they finish the loss, and they get in profit. So this is the introduction. This was the introduction to fishery business. Since now, one thing which I would like to mention is that since the owner and the crew is partner of 50-50, so every time when the boat goes in the sea and it's come back after 20 or 25 days, so we need a profit and loss for every trip. Every time when the boat goes in the sea, when it comes back, we need a profit and loss for that particular trip, to record the profit of the owner and to record the profit of the crew. So it is become typical, because in the general business, in the business of common day, everyday business, we can see that a monthly data is consolidated, accumulated, the sale are totaled, the cost are totaled, and the expenses are totaled, and the profit and loss, just one profit and loss of the month, or the profit and loss of the week, or the profit and loss of any period, but it is one profit and loss. But in the business of fisheries, if there are, for example, 20 fish hunting boat, and all they left to the sea, and when they return, we need the P&L for every trip of every boat. So I hope you understand this. and this profit and loss of the every trip differentiate the fishery business from the other businesses. And thank you to the QuickBook. Their QuickBook has a feature with it which called Job and Classes, and we can easily handle the fishery situation in the QuickBook. So guys, stay with me. In the next video, we'll be observing the data which I have maintained in the fishery company in great detail, and I hope you all will take all of you who are in the field of account, and if luckily you are in the account of fishery business, you will find out that it is beneficial for you, and it is useful for you. And if you know someone that it can be useful for someone, please share it, send it to the person who um, is in need of such help. So thank you guys, thank you for being with me, and don't forget to subscribe, because I am scheduled to make such more videos in the QuickBook, which um, which I think would be useful for the people of account department. Thank you guys, thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye bye.